Pickaxe.
5, 4, 3, 2, live, Michelle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 920 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson.
And I'm Generation Rye. How's it going, everybody?
Well,
I don't know, Ryan.
What's
What's going to happen
good.
tonight? What is this?
What?
What's gonna happen? We're gonna talk about some games. Some really good games.
Yeah.
Well, we have our Silksong round table and a song.
Want to play this game.
Okay, yeah. John's been having a breakdown over this game. But
We'll
we
see.
are going to talk
We'll
about
That's what
see.
it does.
You don't know.
That's what it does to weak people.
What?
it. Ooh, he just called you weak.
Hey, you didn't hear the chorus yet.
Well, let's hear it.
No, I don't want to play the chorus yet.
Why? You're going to play it
Save
during
it,
the
save
review? All right, so yes, we do have a Hollow Knight Silksong roundtable after our break, but of course some other games and gaming news. And yeah, a lot of stuff going on about this game right now. They already made it easier because people were complaining.
Is
which
that true? Is that really
Yeah,
true?
just-
Ryan,
just
did
a
you
couple
notice
things.
this?
I passed it already. They only nerfed 2. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I'll
also there's
explain all the
been
nerfs and all that.
gaming quote journalists online saying, "How could they price it so cheap? They're hurting the industry."
Now, that's
know.
dumb.
Yeah, that's
Totally
the Baldur's Gate thing
stupid.
again. With that, like, I don't know, saying like now people are going to expect things to be too good for this price. We have to remember though, 3 people made this game, right?
Yep.
So
3 guys.
let them price it however they want and what they feel it was
Yeah,
worth
what-
to them in their time.
Games are priced at all different prices all the time, no matter how long it takes to make it. It's just because
Right.
it's so quality that people are getting upset.
There's tons of quality games for $20 or $10
Yes,
or $5 or
absolutely.
$3.
But, you know, it did have
Yeah.
over like what 600K concurrent. It broke some records, or not
that
records.
doesn't
it broke-
mean that doesn't equal they should charge more.
I didn't say
No.
they should. I'm saying that's why
Right.
they're getting attention because it was popular. It broke the store, you know, on
Yeah.
Steam for a bit and PlayStation, whatever. It got attention because it was popular. If it didn't do well, they would have never come after them.
Would people
You
have
know?
still purchased it if it was $50? Yes, but I
Yes.
think it would have hurt it dramatically.
I
Now,
think
I
so
have
too.
I
Right.
have a question. Is this game physical on the Switch too?
It
Well,
might be.
CC's
It could
here.
be a
He
key
might know.
card.
Because like I was
The
in
first one
Walmart over
wasn't.
the weekend and I was like, should I go see if they have Silksong and buy it physically? It's
It
not
might
though.
be. Oh, it's not. Okay. Because I think Limited Run did something for Hollow Knight, the original one. If I'm remembering, either the reserve, special reserve, or Limited Run did a physical.
Right.
But I don't know if they. Yeah. No.
Now
no
you
physical
have
yet,
that
so
and
it's
like
60.
like Hollow Knight pajamas and
Yeah.
figures
No,
and
I don't have-
dioramas.
The one game that I'm like totally obsessed with, that's the one game I don't have any merch, no plushies, no
Really?
stickers,
Well, you better
no
fix
nothing.
that tonight.
Right. And just so you guys know, when we get into the round table after our 10-second spotlight, Ryan this is like your favorite series, right? I mean, you've been like gushing about this since you started
I've
doing
been
the
gushing.
show.
I've been very.
No, you
I've
have.
been
It's been
promoting
very obvious to
Yes.
me that
Oh boy.
because it wasn't that long ago when I got obsessed with
Yeah.
Hollow Knight. It was earlier this year when I played 90 hours of that game straight,
Right.
and got completely hooked. So, and I knew about the hype for Silksong for so long before that, for years. I
Right.
knew how good it was anticipated to be. So I finally said, "Screw it, I'm gonna play it." I got hooked instantly, and then here we are today, where I'm actually.
All right. Well, it's
having a
going to be an
fantastic
interesting talk.
experience.
It's going to be a good talk because, John, I don't even know what your chorus is going to be. I have an idea, though. So, yes, we also...
what is the idea?
Like, I know it's going to have to be something about how the game, like... Because you told me we wouldn't have been reviewing this game if it wasn't for Ryan, which is
No,
complete
come on.
bullshit.
No,
because
no,
it is
no,
a
no.
topic. It is
Okay,
a fucking topic,
let's-
whether or
John,
not
you
Ryan
reviewed
liked
to a
it.
T.
Wait,
You
Yeah,
reviewed
wait,
exactly.
wait.
Exactly.
That was that was
No.
brilliant. And the thing is, you remember that because it was so fucking weird.
And people will
I don't think
remember our
anybody
Silksong
reviewed
review tonight.
that.
I guarantee it. And also, all jokes aside, it is on Game Pass, but if you want to own a copy, say in Steam or for Steam Deck or something, we are giving away a copy of Hollow Knight Silksong
yeah.
in our Discord from our friends at loaded.com. And by the way, one of my friends told me it means like load up a game. That's why it's loaded. And I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't. So it's funny. Of course, our evil minds went to darker places. But yeah, so load up your game with loaded.com. Save a few bucks on your games. They are giving us games every week to give away pretty much. I think we're going to have Borderlands 4 next week. But this week we have Hollow Knight Silksong. So if you want to grab a copy with us or with them, check that out as well. So I am excited for our show. We've got tons of things to go over a lot of gaming news. And we are live right now on X for the first time, testing it out over there. Shout out to the about 100 people just tuned in right now over there. But we are on twitch.tv/John and Michelle. We do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. And if you miss it, you can listen anywhere podcasts are. But if you want those weekly bonus shows, the 20-year back catalog, and ad-free VGO, John, how do they do that?
That's right. Go to supercast.com. No, don't do that. Go to Video Game Outsider. Go to videogameoutsiders.com. When you get there, there's a red dripping premium button. When you click that, it'll take you to our Supercast page. Just to clear some things up too, Supercast is not related to Libsyn, so you have to make a new account there. And if you're on Libsyn, that's going away. We'll explain that more in detail, I think, on a micro, right, Michelle?
Yeah, people have been confused. They think they're associated. They're not. So you can cancel Libsyn. They're phasing everything out over at mylibsyn.com. And sign up with us at videogameoutsiders.com to Supercast. It's way, way better because you get extra shows that weren't on Libsyn, and you can listen in your podcast player of choice. I love Spotify because it has chapters that you can click around. Other people like Apple Podcasts. Some people like Google. So you can listen anywhere. You don't need our shitty app anymore. And I can say that it was shitty. So, yes.
It started great, but then it just stayed the same for a long time. But anyway, just go to videogameoutsiders.com, click the red button, go premium. Once you're premium, you unlock our entire back catalog of 20 years. I used to say almost 20 years. It is now over 20 years.
And even better than that are the weekly bonus shows, because we are busting our butt every week giving you guys stuff. So we want to make sure
and every week we do bonus shit. There's John's show. There's Micro VGO, PC Outsiders. We do Netflix stuff. We do Midnight Caller. There's a ton of extra shit every single week. We don't just do these shows here on Tuesday. So definitely go to videogameoutsiders.com, click the red premium button, go premium, and unlock all the bonus stuff that we're doing all the time.
And we never really talk about our X account. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at VGO Podcast. And we just, flung ourselves online here today just to see what would happen. So we were just testing it out, doing double streaming.
And then also, Michelle.
Yes.
You guys can send us voicemails anytime. Pick up a phone, dial 520-FEEL-VGO, 520-FEEL-VGO. Now this voicemail.
Okay.
Well, I'll just play it.
Okay.
This is a question for the Cooking Outsiders.
Okay.
Oh.
Recently heard the deep dive on capers. Have you ever had dried capers? Well, I don't usually care for them. Had some recently on tuna carpaccio. I thought they were pretty good.
Oh, tuna carpaccio.
It's not. This is what your What's in a Fridge segment has done to our listeners, John.
Well, I guess it's a hit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, on one of the shows we do is Cooking Outsiders, and that does show up on the app.
We're going to be doing one in November. We always do one around Thanksgiving.
We always do one for the holidays.
October, Roger and Sally are coming by with Midnight Caller. So if you want bonus stuff, it is up on Supercast. Okay, John, let's get going because there's a lot to talk about tonight. So I did play Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. It's the first one not made by Clap Hands. It was handed over to Bandai Namco. What?
Clap Hands?
That was the company who made it. It's very Japanese. So I used to play these back in the day. I loved the caddies and the silly golf. I mean, it was basically Hot Shots Golf inspired like Mario Golf and stuff, right? Or was it the other way around?
I think Camelot was involved, right? And they did Mario Golf or something.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it was that classic kind of fun but cartoony golf game. And I was very fond of them. So this one just came out. I wanted to try it. It's out now for PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Okay, so the last one, Everybody's Golf for PS4. It was open world.
I played that. Yeah.
Open world. You could create your own character. In this one, not open world. No character creator. And it's a buggy mess. So I had a couple of times where that was the pre-order or whatever, was Pac-Man. So the AI wouldn't take shots a few times, like the computer. It just would stay there frozen. And they were missing a lot of like voice lines. It really felt like it shouldn't have been released yet. And, so I played a little bit, and honestly, it was a step backwards from the last one I played. And yes, do you have to have open world? No, but it was cool to be able to drive around and just like play like the course you wanted or the shot you wanted. This one was like you had to go through this scripted thing with these weird characters that you didn't create. I have no association with these characters. It wasn't me and my caddy that I picked, with all the crazy caddies they used to have. It just felt like a step backwards. Is it okay? Yes, it's okay, but the bugs kind of made it.
Do you drive hole to hole?
You could
Like hold
back
like in
the
between
day.
each shot.
Yeah, it was completely
That's
open world where you could just go to a certain course you wanted or whatever and like choose what you wanted to do. And like you had your own character and you picked your own caddies. Here you kind of feel at the mercy of what character you're playing. And I guess I would have kept it and just been like, well, it's not the best of a series, but it's okay if it wasn't for all the bugs. And a lot of people were bitching about it, just saying like it wasn't ready to come out yet. They need to go back to the drawing board. So this was a Steam refund for me, which I don't do that often, but I had to do it because
That's kind of a bummer. Honestly, I didn't know this came out, and if I did, I would have purchased it on the weekend. I'm actually sad
$53
to.
though.
I'm
That's-
sad to
that's
hear this
crazy.
because this would be a great Steam Deck game, by the way.
everyone's like, go play Everybody's Golf PS4. Holds up, it's better, had more features.
But the thing
hate
is,
when
I didn't
series
even.
go
I didn't
backwards.
really
hate
like
it.
that one though. I think the older Hot Shots were better.
Yeah,
I'd much rather
those-
play just 2K. Like what the heck? This for $53, I can get the new 2K golf for
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
but the old
if
ones are
you
really
want,
good.
if you want a good golf game that you can play
Golf
right
with
now,
Friends.
Links. That was
nope.
my favorite.
Happy Gilmore, Golf Mayhem,
Oh,
90,
stop.
98.
You
On
reviewed that on
Netflix.
one of the bonus shows.
No,
But yeah.
that I'm telling you, if you guys have Netflix, go play Happy Gilmore Golf Mayhem 98 demo. You can play it on your PC in the browser, and it's a very old school 90s esque, like almost Tony Hawkish, like crazy fucking golf game. And do this for me, please, because I did it at the end. After you finish it, there's like a survey they want you to take, and I said, please make this a fucking real game. And they
Yeah.
call it a demo, by the way. So I don't know what they're implying here. But it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was weird. I never tried it, but I guess it was better than the
It's
movie
t-
from what I've heard.
It's
So-
yeah, the movie saddens
The
me.
movie wasn't that bad. It was literally what everyone expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, refunded that. I know I did want to mention Dead Zone Rogue. It just came out on consoles. It was out on PC. Ryan reviewed it. He loved
Oh,
it.
yeah.
But it just came out on consoles and there's crossplay. So they emailed us and wanted us to mention that. Now, I thought the game was cool. It is the first-person roguelike game that you can play co-op, which is what I did. I played with people. And Ryan, you went crazy for this game. You got super addicted to it. You loved it.
Yeah, I played like
just
20
thought
hours.
it was
great.
okay. I thought it was kind of cool, kind of fun, but I wasn't like blown away by it like you were.
No, don't get me wrong. I wasn't blown away. It was a lot of simple shooting fun. Like it was just fun.
Yeah.
You progressed.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
okay. But you know what? Like I have good memories of like playing Risk of Rain 2 with people. Like that's kind of my favorite
Yeah.
co-op roguelike. So I had like high standards of like, well, like we didn't have that much fun, but it was still kind of cool. But no, it's a solid
Right.
game and it might be different playing alone because I was playing with people. So playing alone, you might feel more reward for like, because it starts to get really hard as you're playing. Like you have to do multiple runs, obviously, through these
Yeah, for
things and
sure.
slowly get better. So, we did a few runs and I kind of felt like, you know what, this is really cool because they kept it interesting with the different perks you got. Like you said, they're funny perks with like weird names and like they just start
Yeah.
getting crazy. So I did want to say that I like it, but I wasn't like, okay, this is the best thing I've ever played. But check out Dead Zone Rogue if you want a fun shooter with your friends because it's crossplay and out on everything now. Now, most of my week, just like last week, was still Path of Exile 2. Shout out Big Fork who wanted me to talk about this because I did beat the campaign. I loved the Act 4. I thought the abandoned prison level was like the best thing I've ever seen in a game with like the water coming in and out of the level and everything. I do love the interlude levels. I wish like a lot of the campaign was like that. Kind of felt like mapping. And I am still, starting just doing mapping right now. I didn't get that deep yet, but he wanted to know about the cocaine ants, as people are calling them, if they're better than the Valguards. I don't think they are yet with my
Cocaine
setup.
ants?
Yeah, people. There's these crazy. So I'm a witch, and I have
I know.
like these specters. Shut up. That I can that I can basically take control of. And the fun thing is like experimenting with different ones. Now, is it worth experimenting yourself? Probably not, because Gazzy TV, who's a streamer who does minions, like has it all broken down and what the best ones are. But I like kind of going through his like top 5 or whatever. So I found this setup of like these Valguards that I really like, and I have a couple of other types mixed with them, but they cover the screen with fire. And I played with my friends. We were trying to kill bosses because I was like helping them in their low level characters. And like you could not see anything with these Valguard guys. So they have to go through and tune them. But no, I'm still using them. I think I have about 7 of them out with like a couple of other minions mixed in with them. But yeah, I'm still playing tons of Path of Exile too, and I think it's in really good shape right now because you don't have to do acts 1 through 3 twice. So people keep asking me, should I play? It's like, well, if you're only going to play once, if you're only going to play this game with one character and only one playthrough, then wait. But if you're like me and you like ARPGs and you like checking them out every season, get in now because for $30 and the points that you get It's just a no-brainer. I think Path of Exile 2 is great. I really, really like it. And then, of course, I did play Hollow Knight Silksong. The first time for me, because I didn't play the original Hollow Knight. So I went in completely new, not knowing what it was going to be. And I'm excited to talk about it with you guys and hear John's chorus, of course. And I am just drinking plain water.
Water.
Water. Oh, no.
What's in your fridge?
All right, fine. Okay, I'll play along because I actually this week, I did a little meal prep, okay, on Sunday.
Okay,
I did a lot of air fryer chicken, John, and then I put some in my fridge for the week. You can throw it on salads, you can throw it in wraps, you can whatever you want to do with it.
Tacos, nachos.
Yeah, it's nice to
Let's keep going. What else can you do with it?
It's nice to have chicken breast available, okay?
Yes, I always say that.
Here's my problem with it. I don't like keeping it for more than a couple of days. So I'm like, do I start freezing this shit? Is it what's in your freezer?
I'm a Nazi about this stuff.
I don't do it. So maybe I'll do. So it's like I'm eating chicken every day for 3 days, but I won't do it past Wednesday if I put it in there.
Well, there's a lot of
Sunday night.
pressure. Like when I buy a rotisserie.
Travis, he says, don't give in. I know. I don't want to give in to this what's in your fridge bullshit. I really don't. Badger, I'm not dunking them in coffee. I did like your Oreo idea, though. That was good. Although I'm probably fatter now because of it. Okay, so chicken breast is great in the fridge. I will say, have it available at all times. Throw it on things. It's good, lean, healthy protein. You don't have to think about it. Do some meal prep, but don't keep it more than 3 days. I know some people do a week.
You gotta get the little freezer bags that sucks out all the air. I literally just froze a bunch of chicken thighs.
Yeah,
vacuum seal.
Vacuum sealer. She loves it.
It's amazing. You get it at Costco for like $40.
Yep, that's where she got it. Except she did it with pizza, and then it like sucked. It like turned into a flat fucking pancake. She showed me the picture. It was like a flat piece of paper pizza because it's like strong. It'll suck that shit to like. Okay, that's not dirty. It'll make it like tiny. Okay, it'll like flatten it down to nothing. Is there like a? She maybe went too far. But right, you ever had that problem with food, like where your vacuum?
It's like in a vacuum, right?
Yeah, but it it can slam a comforter
down. It's like a black hole. It's going to disappear
down into nothing. Well, be careful with your food because it's going to like turn it back into particles. It's crazy. Just be careful with it. But I might get one. But yeah, so chicken breast in my fridge. All right, John, what else did you play over there? I know you had a big gaming week. I'm so excited to hear all about it.
I didn't play anything this week. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
All right, so what I started playing was. What'd you play, John?
He likes being an asshole. Yeah,
that was for you, Michelle.
I know, because you just show up with no games. He's asking me what he should play. He shows up at the last minute. I'm like, I gave you a key last week. Did you want to play that?
That's not at all what happened. You know it.
And then he goes, why am I reviewing Silksong? Why do we have to review Silksong? We would never have talked about this most popular game, the most popular topic of the week.
Okay, first of all,
that's Ryan's doing. This is him. He's controlling me.
Come on, man. If you were reviewing Silksong, John, I don't know what the hell you'd be reviewing.
No, what I said was
some BDSM shit.
When I said I think a year ago this probably wouldn't have been a round table, is what I said.
Yes, it would have. It's on Game Pass free. It broke records. It's a popular topic. There's a bunch of news articles about it.
Well, we completely skipped Hollow Knight, just so we're clear here.
Yeah, because it wasn't as popular on day one. It kind of grew in popularity.
Yes, it got more popular later. It was a weird kind of reverse thing. All right, so what did you actually play there?
I mean, I played a bunch of stuff over the weekend. I'm still playing Kirby. I'm just telling you right now. I don't know why I'm playing it. It's so boring. I feel like a robot playing it, but I just want to do it and find the little guys and do that. And then you go back to the town and you can upgrade your hats, which I really like.
Oh my God.
Every time you play a game, like a game that you review poorly, but you continue to play it.
Yeah.
I just think of that you didn't even get off the docks in Expedition 33. And that kills me because that is such a good game.
Because he's got like a stick up his ass with like feeling like, well, somebody told me to play this, so I won't.
That's how he feels about Silksong.
I don't think that's true. You haven't heard my chorus.
He goes, I got to play this game because the internet told me to. That's what he said. The internet told him to. He said, no, it's for a fucking show. The internet didn't tell you to do shit. So.
All right, now listen, I got to tell you something though. I did bribe the mayor. And
oh my God.
There was this broken down. Actually, it was actually a park. It was a nice kind of park.
The mayor
and I
of what?
Well, I bribed the mayor.
Town.
What's that? No. This is a different game. So I bribed the mayor, and there was a park, like a playground for kids. And
you want to be talking about this?
And so I bribed him. I said, "Listen, I kind of want to put a cage match place here." And the mayor agreed, okay?
Because I stick it to the stick, man.
Yes, it is.
Will you stop with this bullshit game?
No, listen to me.
What I saw the next day after our show? Like 20 people picked it up on Steam because of our show in my friends list. You have damaged these people. Your review sent them down a path of a bullshit game that doesn't fucking exist. It is nothing like your review. That's what I'm hearing.
Now, here's the thing.
Nothing like what John said.
Okay, listen to me. This game is evolving and changing every fucking time. I just unlocked cage fighting, Michelle. Do you know what it is? It's an auto battler now with online play against other players.
You're cage fighting children? What are you, Michael Vick?
No,
times two?
no. There was. Do you understand? I've been gentrifying this town. Okay.
Will you stop saying gentrified just because you picked up the homeless shit?
That's what they call it.
How about cleaning it up? I don't like it.
That's literally what it's called. So you go to like an area where there's hobos and like and burning barrels and empty beer bottles and night train and I don't know.
Night train?
Yeah, it's like a hobo wine or something, and so you gentrify it, and then all the hobos die, and then it's beautiful grass. That's kind of what happens.
Right.
And then
did they die there? Or?
Yes, they turn. Once you gentrify it, they turn into skeletons, and they're gone. Right. And then they just evaporate, like they never existed. And then there's a park, a kids park, a playground. But it was a problem because I wanted to put my cage fighting arena there. And so I bribed the mayor, he agreed to this, and now I have unlocked auto battling in the game, which is an entirely separate game from everything else. It could be its own game, just like the Amazon warehouse game, just like the rising through the office, and taking down your worker opponents and all this. The cage match is its own standalone thing. They could have released it by its own. It's an auto battler. You basically have all these different moves. You have all these points you can use to buy cards, and you just load up the guy with 6 moves, and then you go online and play against other people. And I don't know if it's live. Remember like how Autopets was like fake online?
Yeah, it's not real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if it's real or
just
not.
Sitting there, they're matching you with matchmaking and Stickman.
Yes. It's possible, Michelle, but it's really fun. And that's what's so great about this game is that you could just bounce back and forth from all these different modes.
This is not a game. It's activities.
No, it's absolutely a game. It's fun as shit. Like the core main meatiest part is definitely rising through the ranks in the office building, getting to the boss and becoming the CEO. But then after that, you could go dabble and upgrade everything. There's a stock market, and the more money you make, the more valuable your stock becomes, and then you unlock all these different things. So I just unlocked the cage
John,
match.
It sounded dumb last week, and it sounds dumb this week.
It's not dumb.
All right.
Like you said, Michelle, everyone's embracing this game. It's one of the best out there.
It is one of the best, right?
Yes.
Why are we talking about Silksong? We should be talking about Stickman every week, is what this guy is saying.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah, we should have roundtabled.
It's very fun.
Stickman. Why didn't you inform me?
I don't want to play this game.
An obstinate little brat.
Be a bug.
All right, so
Ew.
I did play I Am Your Beast. It's on Game Pass. It's kind of worth looking at. It's a time Hey Ryan, what was that game that we played where you run really fast through the level and you're trying to kill everybody and not die? Remember that game? Like it was timed.
Neon White?
No, it was like Neon White. It was like recently.
Oh, it was like cartoony, right?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this game's kind of like that. You're. What's cool about this game though is the narration, the story. There's some crazy shit going on, like military-industrial complex, where you're like this guy that is like following a bird in the forest, and he's all happy and like free. I'm like one with nature. I'm following this bird, and this is so wonderful. And then all of a sudden, you come across
reviewing this game from 2024.
It came out June 3rd, 2025. What are you talking about?
Came out 2024.
Michelle, March 31st, 2025 on Steam, and it just came on Game Pass like this week.
Nah. September 10th, 2024, I Am Your Beast.
Well, maybe early access.
No.
What are we doing? Are you going to question everything?
Did you question the fact that I said you should play Silksong for the roundtable? Guess what, bitch? You're getting it back. You're playing an old game from 2024.
No, this is a brand new game on Game Pass.
Oh,
this is a fun game.
What's new on console is old on PC. New to Game Pass is not new, John. So when you bitched at me for like a week about having to play Silksong,
I didn't bitch to you. You're exaggerating. You are like amplifying something that doesn't exist. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me get our messages.
Is that really? Okay.
We'll pull them out during the show.
Yeah.
Because the internet told you to play. All right. Continue. I Am Your Beast. The old game.
First of all, I said this stuff in jest, and we talked about it on subs.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
I'm
not saying it in jest. I'm fucking very serious here.
I don't know.
I Am Your Beast.
I don't
Your song even says it. Your song even says you don't want to play the game and review it, okay?
Haste. John, that game was called Haste. That's what it was.
It's not my thing.
You didn't hear the chorus.
The chorus is going to be, but I love it.
Haste was the one,
Yeah.
the speedrunning game. And that was
he's
very
really
well
going to
done.
try to trick us all that he loves it.
No, I'm not tricking anybody.
Yeah, he's tricking. He's
No.
got tricks. You say, I got bag of tricks? You got John's tricks, okay?
I've got a
Yeah.
fridge full of tricks.
Yeah, he's got a fridge. Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right.
So, I Am Your Beast is a brand new game. Came out March
It's not
31st,
brand
20.
new. It's
I'm
from
looking at
last
Steam
year.
right here.
I'm
It
on
ca-
Steam. It says September 10th, 2024.
Oh, well, it does say that, but on Google it doesn't say that.
Okay, yeah, Google. They're known to be accurate.
It's got good
Google's
reviews.
shitty AI.
It's good. It's actually it's a fun game. It's a crazy little thrill ride. The narration is awesome. The voice acting, and there's some bad shit going on in the woods, and you're trying to complete these little missions on as fast as you can, and grabbing ammo and health and shit, and trying to just get through it. And it's fun. It's a perfect Game Pass game. All right, now,
on.
do you guys remember? Do you remember that game Ruiner?
Mm-mm.
No,
I do not.
I played that game. It was made
It's
by
kinda,
what's that?
looks like Children of the Sun. Did you ever see that one?
No.
'Cause it's a Devolver Digital game. It's kind of like that time loop game. I don't know, but it reminds me
So
of
Ruiner is from
I Am Your Beast.
2017, John. I don't even remember it, but it looks like it's a cyberpunk shooter?
Yeah,
What-
cyberpunky like twin stick shooter thing. Right. I remember we talked about it. I played it. I don't know, but
Okay.
the studio that made the game that I played that I want to talk about. That's actually now, Michelle. This one's okay because someone gave me a key for this, so I want to talk about
No,
this
it's
game.
okay because it's actually new and came out just recently.
So it's called Metal Eden, and it's a super duper sci-fi futuristic game, like cyberpunk aesthetic, but like 1,000 years in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy, and basically the premise is this: is that people can like take their subconsciousness and put it in these little modules, right? And then send
My
them through
consciousness or my subconsciousness?
subconsciousness and send them through space and then put them in a new body. Like that's like the whole deal. You could download your brain to the cloud or to
But
this
because
little
it's my
core.
subconscious, I technically wouldn't notice then.
Yeah. So you're whatever you're putting your identity, your life, your soul, whatever,
Your
on this
consciousness,
this
not your
core thing
subconscious.
that you can then send
That was my question.
into space and then build the body, put it in a new body. So that's a way they figured out how to travel through space. Okay, everyone has these cores,
Astral
and
projection.
yeah, and if your body dies, they just rip the core out and just build a new body, 3D print it,
Right.
put it in.
That's
you're back
like
in
that
business.
peripheral show on Amazon, kind of.
Yeah. So that's like the premise of this. So you go into space to this planet, and it's kind of a hostile planet, and you're completing these missions, and you are I forgot the name of the character, but you're a woman character, and she's kind of like a murder machine going through these levels, and this is an absolute 1,000% boomer shooter, and it's fucking phenomenal. It is so smooth. It's wall running. I felt like I was playing Quake. I was having flashbacks to Quake with like jump pads, wall running. Basically, you do these levels, a lot of platforming to get places, and then you'll be locked into an area with a bunch of enemies, and you have to kill them all. And it really feels like you're playing like multiplayer.
Kind of like Ultra Kill.
I thought
Yeah,
it
and
was multiplayer when I first looked
It's
at it.
not.
It has
It's a
that
campaign
appearance.
game. It's
Yeah.
no multiplayer. It's a campaign game. But you're just running around strafing like a lunatic, trying to find armor, trying to find health, trying to find ammo, and then taking down the bad guys. Now, your weapons and stuff, you can upgrade them. There's this stuff called dust that you find, and you go to these little kiosks, and you can upgrade your weapons to have different like secondary shots. Like I've upgraded my pistol to have like a missile launcher. You will also find other guns in the level that will eventually become ones you can purchase with the dust. And then there's a whole skill tree system that basically allows you to modify your bodysuit, where you have buffs and like passives like to help you with fuel costs, because you do use like fuel kind of like mana when you're playing this, like when you're running around and jumping and shit.
Yeah.
And then the ammo is very limited. And then the core ripping is a big part of this. It's very kind of doomy, where you go up to the bad guy, you rip their core out, like their heart, and then they die instantly, and then that becomes like a bomb you could throw at someone else. And so like you're running around, you rip the core out of someone, you toss it at the next guy, and you just kill two guys. Or you could take the core and then like absorb it, and then you get like this super punch to like break the armor of really big giant like mech robot guys and shit. Like you couldn't break their armor otherwise. But it's so frantic. It's so fast. It's so buttery smooth. It runs amazing on my computer. Graphically, I love the aesthetics of it.
Yeah, I like the way it looks.
People like it, but it's like not that popular right now. I feel like it's a bad.
I think that if you like Quake and Doom, like you have to get this. I kind of like it's. I mean, Doom is like a little more grander in a way, like the set pieces and stuff. Not that this isn't grand, but like I haven't seen like giant, like in the last Doom, like I was a giant mech and stuff, which I really like, you know, crashing through and busting. You know, this seems very straightforward, just kind of Quake Doom, like old school boomer shooter shit, but it's really fucking tight and well done. Like, I totally recommend this game.
There's a demo if people are curious, by the way, too.
Yeah, I would try it. If you're into like Quake and Doom shit, you're going to like this. And the wall running and all that shit. And there's a little more depth with the talent trees and stuff because there's a lot of, I mean, the upgrades you could do are crazy. Like, and they really changed the game. So yeah, that's an awesome game. Came out of nowhere.
Cool.
Right on.
Is it not like getting a lot of love, this game, or?
I mean, people who play it like it, but it doesn't have that many reviews. I mean, it's a busy time right now with Silksong.
Reviews.
Well, yeah, you know, it's funny. When I was playing it, I was like, if this game came out like when we were doing the podcast, like during the 360 era, we would have been talking about this like fucking mad, you know?
Different times, yeah. There's
I
so
don't
many more
think
games
not as many
nowadays,
people play shooters like this to begin with, though.
Killing
Like
Floor,
they don't
this
get
is
that
reminding
much
me a bit
attention.
of Killing Floor and like Ultra Kill, and like you get a niche community sometimes, but something like this needs something really to click.
You need to have more
for it to grow.
furries and like, you know, I was saying about Silksong. There's all this like bug porn
Michelle,
coming out.
I've never heard anybody bring that up except for you until you said
everybody was saying in the Discord, there's all this moaning, and now if you look online, there's like massive fat thighed like hornet woman with like
that comes
like
hornet woman.
Yeah, because I think like the youth wants to like bang like anything but a real human woman. Like that's the only thing they can like socially associate with without having to
Like
look
a
it in the eye or
raccoon?
something. Yeah, like they
Like a
just
tanuki?
how bad are women in their 20s that these dudes are like wanting to fuck hornets? You know, like I don't. It's bad out there. All right, John, what
They're
else
trying
did you
to
play?
stay away from the women.
Yeah, they really are.
I don't know. That's about it. And I'm drinking a Bush NA.
All right.
All right.
All right, Ryan, what'd you play other than,
We need to finish off the
Sorry.
segment here.
What's in
Forgot.
your fridge?
Kewpie mayonnaise.
Kewpie?
QP.
Kewpie.
Kewpie.
Like Kewpie doll.
Yeah, it's
Like a
good stuff.
Yeah, Kewpie.
Yeah, I finally bought that. And
Sorry, Travesty. I don't know how to stop him. Like, you're going to have to tell him he's an idiot. Maybe he'll listen to you.
so I made like a little like kind of Thai rice bowl thing, and I used this as a topping on it, and it was pretty good. But Brian, is it really any different than any other mayonnaise?
It's got they just add something to it. It's like a chili, isn't it?
It's
I don't know exactly.
It's not
what's in
spicy.
it. But it's not just mayonnaise. Yeah, it's just like it's got an Asian kind of tint to it.
I've never had mayonnaise, and I don't want to. I don't like the smell of it.
Oh, I guess it has MSG in it. So
that's not
that automatically just
MSG 's
makes
a lot
it
of
better. What?
Yeah, it does. All right. So, on to my games. This week, other than Silksong, I had the pleasure of playing Hell Is Us. Now, I played the demo a couple months back, and I didn't really give the demo much of a chance. I wish I did, because I broke through like past where the demo.
Oh, hang on, Ryan.
finished.
I just wanted to interject here a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Path of Exile 2 came out December 6, 2024, just so we're clear. Move on.
When did the latest
Move
league
on.
just come
Move
out?
on.
When
Go
did
ahead.
the league
Go
come
on.
out?
Go on. Just
When
so we're
did the
clear.
league- he's not talking about Path of Exile. So the time to have done that would have been during mine. And
was
the Abyss
delayed.
League, the league just came out.
All right, go on.
It just
go
came
on.
out.
All right.
And
So,
more
Hell
people
Is
have
Us-
played that than Stickman, a game for fucking losers. Sorry, continue. Let's interrupt every
No,
second.
No,
Oh,
it's
because
not
John
called
did prove a
Stickman.
point.
It's called Stick It to the
Yeah,
Stickman.
Stick It to the
And
Stickman.
it's
Sorry
overwhelmingly
for talking
positive
about one of the most
reviews.
popular games that just had an update that I get more requests to talk about.
I'd say PoE is definitely relevant.
Yeah, but Silksong
100%
isn't. Remember,
relevant.
John was very upset about having to play for the show. It's only because of you, Ryan, that he had to do it.
Only
just so
me.
you know.
Yeah.
All right, so
Wouldn't be
sorry
happening.
to have ruined your 10-second spotlight. Go ahead, start again.
No, we're good. So I played Hell Is Us demo a while back. Didn't really make it through. I wish I did, because when I played it this time, it's an awesome game. It's an action adventure game, kind of Souls like combat. And you have these like alien like enemies. So it takes place in the 90s with this like futuristic take on like war. You're really in like war torn towns, and they're all fictional, I believe. And the character development is awesome right from the get-go. And you start off as this guy. You acquire some weapons and stuff. Now the enemies, the way you fight them, some of these enemies have this thing that they call haze, and it's like a projection off of their body. And they're very silent, hilly, alien-looking creatures, and they have this really like digital kind of vortexy haze that comes off them, and it's kind of matrixy in a way. Mm-hmm. It projects off of their body, and you can't kill the main enemy until you kill this thing that is coming off of them. Now, you come equipped with a drone amongst your weapons. So you can hold a weapon. You either have a longsword, a greatsword, twin axes, or a pole arm. Those are the 4 weapon categories. They all level up. You can equip glyphs to them to increase their power, increase their abilities that come with it, as well as your drone. Your drone, you can add modules to it. Now, you use your drone in such a way where you will distract other enemies. So say there's a party of 3. You equip your drone and you send it off to hover over one of the enemies so you can focus on the other 2 and you don't kind of get spammed. Mm-hmm. Now, if it has a haze coming off of it, you can equip it to the main monster, take care of the haze, because there's a ton of different hazes. Some of them are crazy powerful. Now, the combat is very, very slick, very smooth.
People throw the Souls-like term at it is because it's more difficult. There's some certain counter parry moves with healing, I've heard.
Yes, there's parrying. So when you're in the middle of a fight and you attack, a white circle, like a digital white circle, will appear around you, and if you hit a certain button, I think it's RB on controller, you will heal a certain percentage of the damage that you did. Mm-hmm. So it's a good way to heal. You kind of never really look for, like, there are healing items in the world, but you use that as your main source of healing, especially during a fight. And there is a parry, so when they attack, they kind of turn into this red mist. And that's when you parry, and it's like a really good counterattack. You can slash them. It does a ton of damage. The combat is wicked. It's something very unique. I don't really see stuff like this being done. I say Souls-like only, like you said, strictly because of the combat. There's no other Souls-like aspect. It's pretty much an RPG similar to like God of War. Now, the one quirk they have in the world is puzzles. So it's all about, like, the whole game is exploration, combat, and puzzles. The puzzles lead you to unlockables or like hidden items, weapons, modules for your drone, whatever it is, or they'll lead you to a boss fight. But these puzzles are really unique and like kind of crafty. You got to find the glyphs on the wall to open
like
this
Silent
door.
Hill puzzles, because I played the demo. I don't know. It was very narrative puzzle adventure.
I remember we talked about this.
Narrative.
Michelle didn't like this, if I recall.
No, I didn't like it because I didn't like the navigating. I didn't like how you could get your foot caught on like a pebble, you know? So.
Yeah, it's a little bit chunky when it comes to exploration.
Yeah.
It's like semi on rails. So their whole claim to fame here is no maps, no quest tracker, nothing. And I think in the demo, was the compass at the top of the screen the whole time?
Yeah.
Or did you have to pull it out?
Thank you for the gifted subs, Badger. I had an issue with it because they made a point to say no compass, no map. And then you get in the game and you were given a compass.
Was that just in the demo though, Ryan? Or
no. It's in the game. But it is funny that they, like, if they didn't say no compass and they gave you compass, it wouldn't be so bad. But they said no compass. I think they removed that from their advertising now. Because the compass, all it's good for is if you find a clue that says go north, that's literally the only time you'll ever use it is, okay, I need to know where north is. And that's all you got to do.
I still got
they give
lost.
You no clues for anything
I didn't know
else.
where I was. I came out of a building. I went the wrong way, like within the first 5 minutes. So yeah, it wasn't for me.
As on rails as it is, you can get lost very easily. Now, the whole story, all the character development gets tracked in your little tablet. Everything that you have, everything that you pick up goes to your tablet, and you can check back with it if you need a hint on where to go. They literally don't tell you anything about your quests. Nothing at all. You got to read through every little note you find. And I really like that aspect of it. Like, you're just kind of going. You just grab your stuff and you go. You fight enemies. You find a clue on the ground. You're like, okay, this might be useful later, or maybe it's useful for the quest that you're on now. And you're just progressing in that sense. You take an APC to these big open world areas, and you find a bunch of stuff. And I did find a quest that you had to go back to a certain area to get something for the new area, and so on like that. Very combat driven, very exploration driven. any narrative or any help that you will have will come from your tablet and from exploring and finding items. Really cool game. I definitely wish I had played more. I'm going to play more.
Yeah.
There's just been so many games coming out in September, but yeah, I actually really liked it, and I will be playing it definitely 100%. I recommend it if you like I don't know, like God of War, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and that's all I played other than Silksong.
Cronos
I
New
played a ton
Dawn.
of Silksong.
Oh, okay.
I did play Cronos New Dawn. Did you want me to save it for next week, or?
I mean, you can save it for whenever you want, but I did want to mention it because people have been asking us about this game.
Yeah.
And I think it seems to be like a sleeper hit from, is it Blooper or Bloober? Was it Blooper?
I think it was
Bloober.
Bloober, yeah. Like, and people who have played this game, and I know you kind of mentioned something that you're like, this game is badass. So it's kind of like
it is very
a horror
badass.
shooter. Are you going to talk like more about it next week or whatever?
So I kind of stopped playing when I got the Hell is Us key.
Yeah.
I played about 2 hours, and it's great. It's fantastic. A little
Well,
bit
just give
Dead
us some
Space,
quick
a little
first
bit
impressions.
Resident
What is
Evil.
it? Because this is another game that I'm seeing the people who are playing it going crazy for it, but not a lot of people are like hearing about it.
So it's survival horror, very similar to Resident Evil. You're same thing. You're doing puzzles. You're traversing very slowly through abandoned buildings or wherever your setting is, and the monsters aren't like, they're very few and far in between, but they're kind of like crazy and very strong, similar to Resident Evil games where they kind of attack you head on. You don't really have time to react. You don't have very many items and weapons to use at the beginning. But the setting is so dark and gloomy. I played this game in the pitch black, and it was like, it gave me the feeling of playing like an old Resident Evil game for the first time. And it's very good first impression for me. I will be playing more of it this week to get a deeper dive next week. So yeah, if you like Resident Evil and if you like Dead Space,
I mean, they did Silent Hill, the new Silent Hill, Bloober. So
the new Silent
definitely
Hill.
why you feel that there too. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
I think they did a pretty good job, and it is very creepy. It's very good. But like I said, I only played about 2 hours tops. Maybe
it's all right. We're gonna talk about Silksong, and we don't know how long people played.
Yeah, that's true. So if you like those types of games, we're getting on the Halloween season, so it's definitely a spooky one, and it's definitely a sleeper, like Michelle said. So take a look at it.
All right, John, you gonna ask him what's in his fridge? And
Nah.
All right, good.
I'm having a water, by the way.
We have a long time. We've only
plain old water.
What's in your fridge?
What's in my fridge? Got some chicken thighs on rice for lunch tomorrow. Saving it.
Oh, on rice.
On rice. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Yeah, we kind of had extra rice, and then I was putting the chicken thighs in the
just
the freezer.
raw. Like
I
what
should
do you
say with rice, not on it. That's
No.
interesting. I'm gonna try that.
Well, it's cooked on top of the rice. I didn't want to
Yeah.
mix it up because it's going to be sitting in the fridge for a little bit.
Yeah.
And Julie was kind enough to
Wait,
cook
what?
it for me. Wait, what? What?
Like steamed in the rice?
No, they are cooked.
You said on top of the rice. They're cooked on the rice?
The rice is cooked. The chicken is cooked. I put them together so I can bring it to work tomorrow.
But how did you prepare the chicken?
On the frying pan.
Okay.
I
with
mean,
a lot of nice
Julia's
bone-in?
probably prepared it.
She did.
Yeah.
She did a very nice job.
John's
It's
not
delicious.
used to anyone else cooking but him. I think he's like, "How did you do this?" But I caught that. All right. Well, I'm sure
How
it's
did
delicious.
you do this?
How did you do this? He's like, "I don't know. They showed up in the fridge, man."
Yeah,
That's
they're
what's
just
in our
there.
fridge. They're just there. Let's just be honest. They're just there.
There's a funny
right.
story though about food just showing up though, because my house, we live on a block where the street name has a number, like the whole survey has a number, and my house number is the
survey.
same number.
What is that? A Canadian
So,
thing?
I don't know. That's what we
Okay.
call it. It's just a collective of townhouses, I guess.
Okay.
So there's a name and a number for that, and that number is the same number as my unit. So anybody that doesn't put a number, like a door number or a house number on their orders, especially Uber Eats and food deliveries, it comes to my house.
Oh my god! But
So
you don't take people's food.
Well, we give it a chance. We let it sit out for about 30 minutes, and if nobody comes to get it, we get it.
Oh, they
Oh.
leave
So I've
it?
gotten-
They just leave it there.
Well, yeah, because there's no contact delivery ever since COVID.
But can't
so
you look
we've
at the
had-
receipt and see that it's your neighbors and like bring it to them?
Yeah, but there's no name, and it says my address on it.
Oh, okay.
Because the survey
Well, then-
or the
Wait,
like,
but you're
it
just eating
says
random
my
food that
house
showed up. What if
number.
some idiot just put food there to like trick you and you're eating like dirty poison food?
Yeah, but I see the driver on my door cam. Like, it's clearly a delivery service.
Oh my
and it's always like
God.
I don't know about the
Would
States,
you eat
but up here
random
they
food that just showed up at your door, John?
No, listen.
No.
But if it's, I don't know about you guys, if you get Uber Eats or something, they seal the bag.
If I
so
go
it has to
outside
be
and there's a
sealed.
fucking mystery pizza on my porch,
Yeah,
I'm not touching
eating
that shit.
That's going in the trash and I'm calling Uber Eats.
You
Or
guys
I'm
don't
trying
know,
to find my neighbor.
I don't know. In Canada, we got a lot of better regulations than you guys do when it comes to
No,
food.
don't blame the United States. You're
What are you
eating
talking
fucking
about?
random
If
food.
someone-
You're eating random
Everything has to be
food.
sealed.
Yeah.
Look,
So
Matt
any
Bradford
delivery has
took
to be sealed.
Yeah, it's very easy
And it has
to seal
the
something. Let me tell
delivery
you.
company's name on the side of the bag. So I know it's
Yeah,
from
but
them,
some
and
dude
they are
could just
trusted.
recreate what?
Yeah,
They
like,
could, but I see it on the doorbell cam. If I think it's sketchy, I'm not going to eat it.
It's not worth the risk for that free Kung Pao chicken, Ryan. It's not worth the risk. And also, your neighbors are going to see you pulling in the bags. They're going to go, that motherfucker over there.
Yeah, but
I ordered
that's
that.
the best
He's eating it."
part is, frig, I
this is
forgot
like
to put my
sad.
roulette.
This is
door
not
number on
neighborly.
it.
You're going to
No.
get. I would not eat random
neighborly.
food. This
They
is
get
not
their
neighborly.
food.
No, they
They
don't.
get their food,
They get
and then
told,
I get their
dropped it
food
off.
as well.
Here's the photo. These Uber drivers are going to come to you. Where is my Kung Pao chicken? I
But
dropped
that's the
it
best
here.
part, Michelle. All
Do
the
they
houses
never
look the
come?
same. The whole
Oh
front
my
door,
God.
everybody's front
Yeah,
door looks the
ESP
same.
says
so
you
no-
eat random sushi? You don't just eat random sushi.
Guys, if you were in my position, you would do the
Oh my
exact
God,
same
you
thing.
Canadians. Matt's taking free furniture off the side of the road and going to GameStop every day with the same return. You're eating free food that shows up at your door. Don't you blame America for this
I've
and our
had the
regulations.
full
This is a you
triple
thing.
box.
Yeah.
Triple box from Pizza Hut showing up. It's amazing. I've had family orders of McDonald's. They get their money back or their food again. I get their
Oh
food as
my
well. It's a win-win.
Well, we're never asking you what's in your fridge again. We're like,
Everybody
what's in your
else's
door?
food.
All right, that's funny.
There you have it.
All right.
What's in your fridge?
All right, this is it.
Yep. Our
I'm so excited about this.
round
Me
table.
too.
What's it made out of? Silk? I guess it's silk. We're doing
Silk
this.
table.
Spider
Tablecloth,
webs.
Mm-hmm. So we're talking
Bells.
about Hollow Knight Silksong. Of course,
Bones.
the original game, one of Ryan's favorite games. John and I never played the other game really, so it was new to us going in.
I don't want
John
to
didn't want to
this
play,
game.
which we know. He didn't want to review it.
I don't want to be a bug. It's not my thing.
It's not my thing.
You going to play the chorus yet?
Nope.
So yeah, a lot of stuff going around this game, like we said, was very popular, but upsetting some people in the industry because apparently
That's just stupid.
it was priced at $20.
It's not even worth
and-
talking about
no.
this
No,
because
yeah, it's-
Yeah, but
listen,
I mean, IGN wrote an article about it. It's mainstream
the
coverage.
pricing of
was it,
games
so-
is nonsensical right now. It just is, okay? There's amazing games that are free, amazing games that are $1, amazing
Yes.
games that are
There's
20,
shitty
there's amazing
games that are
games that are
100.
80.
There's great
Yes.
games that are
to
free.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
paid $84 for fucking Kirby. I don't know. That's not
Yeah.
good. I would.
That's not good.
You should write that article. Actually,
People are writing that out.
Yeah.
like
No, to not support the other developers in your scene, like in indie gaming or whatever it is, to not support them and want their success, because their success will
That-
only bring you success.
it's the
is
spirit of indie
terrible.
games anyway. That
That is
price.
terrible.
That's the spirit
Absolutely.
of what's going on.
But if
and that's,
three people charged 70, they would have said these greedy fucks, you know? I mean,
Exactly.
there's no winning, so let them do what they want. And look, the market will set the price and the quality. Cream rises to the top. Like, what's the big deal? So I just thought it was interesting.
I don't
though,
think it's a big
because
deal.
Baldur's Gate all over again, and it's not going to go away. When these studios actually release good games that are priced well, Claire Obscure, kind of the same thing happened. People get upset. And, you know, there's a
Wham,
kind of
wham,
another
these people
article
are
that
making quality.
goes along
Sorry,
with this.
yeah.
We'll probably get into later, but like I guess 70% of gaming layoffs were in North America. I think a lot of this kind of bitterness is coming out of America and the developers here.
I could see
It
that.
because-
doesn't make any sense, Michelle. People
Other-
are always bitching that there's inflation, everything's too expensive, and then
But
you
the
get
people
something
who
that's
are
a great
failing Are the
value.
American developers. So when Pal
Yeah.
World comes
It's
out
not
for
the players
27 from
complaining
20
about
people,
this.
or when this team of 3 Australians come out with this game for cheap, or Baldur's Gate, or European studio, it seems to be always coming down on that and never like the whatever. So all right, let's talk about the game. So it's a Metroidvania platformer.
Well,
How do
we
you wanna
should-
talk
like
about it,
combat.
Ryan?
What we
and
should back up
gameplay.
though, because this game's been in development for a long time. It was a Kickstarter,
7
right?
years.
Yeah.
But
so
3
the original
people,
Hollow
so-
Knight was a Kickstarter, and it got backed. It went through completion. They released the game, and immediately they had DLC terms on their Kickstarter, and they said, "Okay, we'll hit this goal or what." I think it was another goal, like a separate goal. It didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have to be met, but it did. It did get met. So they followed through, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna make a Silksong DLC." So because because they'd already released 3 DLCs prior to this, and this Silksong thing was like kind of supposed to be a sequel DLC in the mix where you can play as Hornet because Hornet is relevant in Hollow Knight, and it ended up turning into a full game. They said, nope, we're not doing this as DLC. We're releasing this as a full game.
But wasn't Hornet a playable character in Hollow Knight, and then they decided
you fought Hornet multiple times in Hollow Knight. Yeah.
Now, the one thing I question about these characters is that they are bugs with helmets or something, or bone skulls from other.
I feel like that's like, look at a beetle. It's got its exoskeleton.
Does a Hornet have a?
No, I don't think Hornet is a Hornet though. I think it's like a beetle. Whatever Hollow Knight is, they're the same family.
I think she's okay.
You think what? You think she's what?
I think
they're
beetles.
Are they classified technically as a? I don't. Let's not get into this. I don't care about the fucking lore of these bugs. I want to talk about the gameplay. I want to talk about what the game actually is.
I don't want to play this.
But yeah, interesting. It was originally going to be a DLC and kind of did its own thing. I mean, that was the plan with Path of Exile 2. It was originally going to be on PoE 1 and just a remake, and they decided, no, it branched off too much. It's too big. It's too different. Let's make another game. So it sounds like this was a really
pull Tears of the Kingdom. That's for sure.
That's true. But also, like, Hollow Knight, the original game, there's people I'm still seeing playing that now, and I think they're going to play that
it's
first
top
before
10
they
on
move to
Steam
this.
right now. Like, Hollow Knight is definitely a big deal right now.
They hit peak concurrent
The old
on
one.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah, the original one.
Yes. So it
and
was
this
great for
one
them.
right now is like number 3 on the Steam charts or something. But Brian, so you've been anticipating this game for, would you say 7 years, or did you back the Kickstarter?
No, so I originally bought the game after it released. I never played it until, I never fully played it until this year.
Oh, Hollow Knight, you mean? Okay.
Yes. So you can't, I'm not like a fanboy, super fanboy. I became a fan this year after playing it, but I wasn't along this 7-year journey. I knew about the journey. I knew people were freaking out about this game. When's it going to come out? The devs being silent, all that stuff.
Right.
Now, the devs came out and said, with this whole, it was supposed to be a DLC thing, and why it was taking so long is because they were having too much fun adding new things and crafting this experience, and they just couldn't stop. They wanted it to be perfect on release with minimal to no bugs, other than the bugs in the game.
And a lot of attention to detail with, that I think kind of shows that they wanted to give it that extra love, because as John always says, not designed by committee, a passion project for 3 people that took pride in it. And I think that you at least see that, like there's a lot of moments that they did do, even when you sit, everything has an animation, everything has sort of a sound, everything has like a personality or a little bit of extra.
Like the music and the voices and the little like singing things that are going on with the creatures and whatever the characters and stuff.
And cutting the the scenery down. It might be for no reason other than to chop a bush. I like the bush chopping in this game.
Now wait, now this is a round table though. There's steps involved here. Ryan, is this is not your first round? Maybe your second. So
I've done a couple. Yeah.
Okay, so Michelle, the table's out right with the cloth. Okay. Okay. So how did you acquire said game?
I purchased it. Oh, Michelle,
Ryan,
sorry.
Please, Michelle goes first.
Well, I do have Game Pass from Microsoft, okay? And you know what? It was there. And I said, why not? Why not play it on Game Pass? On my PC, by the way.
Now, I have to tell you, I was going to buy this game. I fully intended to buy it so I could play it on my Steam Deck or Switch outside.
Yes.
And the weather was bad.
Oh,
no.
Switch would have been good to buy it on there. It would have been fun on the Switch.
Well, I was debating about that. Like, should I get it for the Switch 2 or Steam Deck? I'm sure it doesn't matter. But Steam Deck probably would have been better because I could play it down
Your
here.
Steam library is more permanent.
Yes, it would have been better. So I decided then just to do Game Pass. I'm like, I'll try it on my Xbox, and if I like it, whatever, we'll figure it out. And that's what I did. I did Game Pass too.
So we've got Xbox and PC. And Ryan, what about you?
I played PC too.
Oh, okay.
I bought it on Steam. I played majority of the time at my desk on my PC with a controller, and then a good portion of it on my Steam Deck as well.
That's a good point. Then I played with mouse and keyboard on PC and in ultra wide, and it looked gorgeous in ultra wide. John, I'm sure you appreciate that
it
too.
has ultra wide capability.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
Yeah,
it looks really, really good.
All right, I'll just get this
looks
out of the way.
awesome.
Then I played on the Xbox, and I played on the PC. I had way more fun on the PC. It was like 180. It was 180 frames. I think the ultra wide.
The ultra is immersive with it. Yeah.
It was just. I felt a little more connected to it.
Here's
I can't
why.
explain
Let me
that.
tell you this
I
because one
agree
of my
with you, John. And
yeah.
On
One
the
of my
PC?
initial complaints was you're changing screens a lot. Walk, change screen. Walk, change screen. Walk, and I bet it kind of feels a little less like that with the 21.9, even though it's probably just psychosomatic.
for sure.
But I know it's the type of game, but I just kind of wished in my initial impressions, because it was so beautiful, let's open this up a little bit. Let me see more at once. Let me not shift scene to scene, because you are kind of like changing boards in a way, in like old school PC talk. Like you're going from board to board.
You know what?
Well,
I think that
you
it
are.
does
There's
for the
different
game, though.
there's different like biomes kind of in this Metroidvania map
Yeah.
where. And
What it does for the game, it allows for surprises. Like you don't know
sometimes you're
what's
just walking
in that.
across something and there's nothing there, right? And you're going to have that happen.
Yeah, but then sometimes there is, and you get
Yes.
killed because they
Right.
set a trap or there's a hidden enemy, and you don't know, and they want you to have that feeling of surprise.
The start is
right?
very slow. I'll say that. It's a lot of walking,
Yes.
new screen, jumping, new screen. Not much going on. And it starts off as a tutorial, pretty easy, which we've talked about. Is the game easy? No. But the start, the initial mini boss, Moss Mother is easy and things like that. The initial first few mobs. It's not, so people keep saying the game is super, super hard, but it's not going to start that way. And they just
ramps
made
up.
it easier, right?
Right.
And I did warn you guys that it was
Yeah.
going to be slow. And
Yes,
to
you did.
Bear with it because it picks up, and once it does, like the combat by the end of Hollow Knight was you're all kitted out. It's still very precise.
Yeah, so I'm
You
wondering
didn't have
that,
a
like,
lot.
Okay.
Now, like you had a lot, but compared to the movement, like the way they innovated Hornet as a character with all the moves, once you have a ton of
like the
a ton
dodge
of
and the
tools
run and
the
shit.
different crests and the dodge, the run, the floating, and the butterfly wings, it is crazy. It is a league above Hollow Knight in that sense, where they innovated on every little aspect, and everything is so precise. Like if you think you can jump somewhere, they lifted it up by a pixel so you couldn't. Like they thought of everything.
You know what, Ryan?
in
It's
this game.
so funny you said that. I noticed that. Like I
a
always
lot.
like
But
I'm
there'll
like
be
I'm like
speedrunners
that's
who figure it out, though. I've heard.
I know, but
yeah.
but
Yeah.
1%
the
though.
platforming,
Yeah,
he's a little
exactly.
sticky on the ledges and stuff, but they will just put something just a hair higher and you just can't do it. And that's it, right? Or maybe you can later when you get something else or whatever. I don't know.
Yes, they basically save it for you when
Yeah.
you get a certain upgrade. You'll be able to.
Which is
access
the
that
classic
area.
Metroidvania.
Classic.
Everything's gated by abilities
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yep. I feel like they do a really good job with that though, and they don't necessarily lock anything behind. Like they lock the story behind your progression and what you obtain, but for the most part, if you're in an area, you can explore. And
Well,
that's
the first
they
Bell
hide
Beast boss
something.
you needed to break the web, right?
Yeah,
I'm
that
Well,
was
you need that
showing
little
you
that
Yeah,
stabby
so-
thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have
So-
your little projectile. That is showing you. So that is pretty much wrapping up the tutorial there. It's
Yep.
showing you have to locate these spike things that you bind to, and they give you an ability. And
Right.
they're
I mean, as soon as
all
I got
over the
that
world.
stabby ability, I'm like, I know what this is for. And I went right back
Yes.
to those webs.
They show
know?
you instantly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you can't leave the area after you get it or whatever until you
No.
do that. So
I'm telling you, it's not like that with every ability. You'll get something and be like, I have no idea what this
Right.
is for.
now, I don't know how you want to break this down, but because I just want to share my experience. Michelle, I mean, do you want to like?
I mean, I kind of like look. I knew this
Yeah.
game wasn't going to be for me because I hate platformers. But I did end up killing Bell Beast, and I thought it was cool. Like I thought that it reminded me personally of like old school gaming of like Sonic fighting Dr. Robotnik. Or
Thank
like
you, Michelle.
something
I
like
was
that,
gonna
like,
say
so-
Mega Man.
Yeah, it has like a
that
retro
Bell Boss
feel to me, which
it
I
does.
didn't
Yep.
mind. And so I've got to give them credit for a few things. Like I do think the combat feels very tight. The animations are smooth. That's what probably makes it feel that way. It's very responsive. Thought it looked beautiful. Not necessarily my style of art, but they sell it in a way where it's nice. It works well with the music. But I just kept thinking, like, now I want to see more from this company. Like, I want them to do a 3D, like, Cult of the Lamb style game. Like, I just kind of found myself, for me, and it's just my personal preference of I didn't want to keep playing it because I'm so tired of, like, backtracking and, like, new board. Like, I just want to let me into this world more. So I don't know. Like, am I going to play this more? Probably not. Do I think it's a bad game? No. Do I think it's overhyped? Yes. Do I think it's deserving for 3 people? Yes. I think the reason why people go so crazy for this is knowing that it's 3 people. So for 3 people, I think it's kind of a masterpiece. So I get it. But,
Right.
I got to
just
disagree on that part right there with because they know it's 3 people and the masterpiece. I think it's just they loved the first game so much. They drew so much attention to this sequel and the anticipation behind it that people started looking in and be like, "Oh, what's this all about?
Well,
what are they
they
talking
delivered
about?"
on their promises, right? But
Yes,
I agree with Michelle on some of those points because I don't think it is
it's pretty
all
basic.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for 3 people.
But it's executed perfectly though, right?
Yeah,
But
right.
but I've said this many times in the past few years. Like I'm sick of Metroidvanias. Like, and that's
You
what.
get that. I absolutely understand.
But
that,
the thing is, there's other stuff going on here with the quests, which I kind of like. You know, you grab a bunch of quests and you kind of accidentally just complete some of them, right? Where you're just finding shit as you're exploring.
Everything's like a labor of love, though. Just the way the beads fall off that you have to run around and collect.
Yeah, the
Like,
rosary
little
beads, that
attention to
whole
detail
like currency
is there.
thing.
How far did you get, John?
I'm probably like, I don't know,
Did you
20
kill
minutes.
Bell Beast or the
I
guy
did,
after
yeah.
him?
Yeah, I'm like probably 20 minutes past that Bell Beast.
Yeah.
So that's why that's where I'm coming in and saying I wish you guys could
Keep playing
take
more,
a
yeah.
snippet from
Well, here's the
late
thing,
game,
Ryan. I really wish I would have just fucking bought it on my goddamn at Game
So
Pass.
do it.
Then do it. It'll
Put
take you 20 minutes to get
$20.
past where you were before.
Yeah, I know. But I
We're
think
supposed
you're
to have
right.
some keys coming, by the way.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're giving one away. So I mean,
So-
but I don't think you play
you
this
could-
again, John.
Well, I don't
If you
know
could take
about
a
that.
snippet
I
from the
don't
late game
okay,
and feel
so
the combat and fluidity and
It gets
fighting
really, really
a
hard,
difficult
too.
boss.
I know
Oh,
it's
they
going to get
nerfed
hard,
it.
but I'm going to tell you that Bell boss, which I'm sure is not
was
even
fun.
close to
I
the
thought it was
hardest
pretty-
boss. It was
Yeah, it's not
very
hard.
fun, okay?
Yeah.
And it wasn't hard. You know what it was?
No.
This is my problem, okay? I'm impatient, okay? And it took me a few times to beat it. I said, this is so easy and obvious what's happening here.
Right.
Just don't get greedy with the hits, because that's
you
what I
have
was
to be
doing.
patient.
That's-
yes.
There's so
If
many
you-
times in a boss
that's it.
fight where I'm
Yes.
standing completely still, waiting for the move to happen,
Yes.
and then going
Yeah.
in and just hitting them once
I
and backing
get-
off.
I
Like,
get-
Times
stuff
I
like
died
that.
is because I was impatient.
I was greedy.
Yeah.
I'm also
Yeah.
greedy with the hits.
100%.
That's when I lose fucking health, right? I'm like, I know I can get one more hit in. No, just back
Yeah.
off, right?
But the good
'Cause
people will, right? There's a skill cap. They'll
Right.
sneak it in, you know.
Yeah. And then, I do like that whole like dive kick, move and stuff. Like I started figuring that out with the boss. I'm like, oh, I can sneak one in the top and not get hurt, But here's the thing: when I really when it clicked with me, when the whole layout of the game clicked with me, I did really start appreciating the design. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, I have.
Do you have the
two-
map?
I have 2 ultra-wide monitors down. I do have the map. I have
Yeah.
2 ultra-wide the map is shit. I have 2 ultra-wide monitors down here.
Did
Okay.
you stretch them across both?
No.
Oh.
The left ultra-wide monitor is the game. The right is the polygon interactive map.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I do that with some games.
And
Not
let
this
me
one.
tell you, that interact.
wrong with that, I
Listen,
don't
we
think.
all hate Polygon, but that map is fucking badass. And
So
it,
did you, when you had the map, was it just the area you were in?
No,
or
it
the
filled
entire map.
It fills the entire
But isn't
screen.
that
I'm like,
kind of taken away, like the exploration
does.
aspect?
It
of
definitely
the
does
game?
take away a
okay,
bit.
but it made me really go, oh, I get this game now after looking at the map. Like,
The map is,
Yeah.
I want to say it's like,
it's gigantic.
Double- it's double from
Disney
Hollow Knight.
Illusion gigantic.
it is huge.
But I'm telling you, if you have 2 monitors, put this map on one to the right and make it full screen.
Yeah.
And then all the polygon shit goes away. It looks like you're playing a game on 2 monitors when you have both of them up.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's fucking like,
I wanted a fob slider. I wanted to pull out more. I wanted to see
yeah,
more.
there's
I
not
wanted
a
to
lot of
play more.
options for
Yeah.
stuff.
There's
I'll
not a lot
say
of
this.
options,
I
so-
thought the graphics were a tad not as sharp as I want them to be.
Well,
Really?
I mean, for
Well,
3 people, I go
I
back
feel like
to
that's
that.
a
though.
strong
I'm like,
point.
Well, they're
in the
raster images and stuff. I don't think they're quite. I don't know. It doesn't look bad or
That's the
shitty.
effect they want. They wanted this like
Yeah.
smeary, ethereal
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
softness. I
So-
think, but
A couple of nitpicks that people have been having. One of them is that you're talking about that angled slash downwards.
Yeah.
So in the first game, it was completely south of you. So you always pogoed. They call it a pogo.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hit
It's
down and
diagonal
you can-
now.
Yeah, so it's diagonal. You start diagonal. So people are freaking out like, I want my straight pogo back. Give me my pogo. That's the whole point of the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Now, there's a crest you obtain later in the game. I think you can get it pretty early if you wanted to, if you went straight for it. But that allows you to down pogo and slash a bit faster, similar to how Hollow Knight is in the first game.
Right.
And that's one of the nitpicks. The other one is people are complaining about the difficulty. Now, I feel like a game like this, it hit mainstream. So you're getting a lot of new people and a lot of people knowing about their friends beating it or hearing about the hype online, hearing that it's a difficult game, but not necessarily knowing or understanding how difficult it is. For me, I want that boss. If it's difficult, I want it exactly what the devs planned it to be. I want to take on that challenge. And if I die 30 times before I beat it, that's the reward. defeating it, moving on, getting whatever item is on the other side, or progressing to the next.
Because you feel like the
act or whatever.
difficulty is fair, right? You've said like if you
Yes.
fail, you feel like it's because you fucked up. It wasn't
Well, it's
because
your
it was
fault.
like
There's
cheaply
nothing
designed,
in this
right?
game that's impossible. It's all
Right.
obtainable, and they give you the tools
There's
to do
no
so.
difficulty settings, Nope, nothing in accessibility either. It's very bare bones.
You may show up to a boss fight without the right tools because you didn't explore that side of the map yet, and you can leave it and come back. But oftentimes, even if you go in bare bones, you will be able to defeat the boss.
Let people mod it if they want to
nothing
make
is
it easier,
impossible.
though. I feel like
Yes.
ruining it for everybody else is shitty.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with modding this. It's
Right.
a single player game. Do what you want to do. But
Right.
for the devs to have to come
Or
out
make a
and nerf it-
toggle. Don't impose that on
Yes.
everybody.
Make it
Yes.
toggle.
Now, they
Yeah,
didn't
the
nerf
imposing on
much.
everybody is stupid.
They nerfed they slight, I don't know how, they didn't explain how. They said slight difficulty reduction to early game boss, Morwing, and Sister Splinter. Both of which people were complaining that they were too difficult. The first one, Morwing, you literally can have an NPC companion come and fight with you. So I don't know why people were
But
complaining
it's
about
like
that
the
one.
first couple of days the game is out. Like at least
Yeah,
wait,
exactly.
right? It's like you're saying, like at least wait. Give people time to
Practice.
learn it, but get better.
Well, it's because it got so popular. There's so many people
Right.
buying it, so many people talking about it, and
Right.
now
That's
there's like a lot of noise,
it
right?
has to be for everybody.
Yeah.
It can't be this indie
No.
thing they're intended. It has to be for
doesn't
everybody.
have to be for everybody.
Yeah.
Dark Souls isn't for everybody, and they stand on that ground.
Put under
Now,
accessibility, have a little slider or something. Give people an
Yeah,
option
do
at
that.
least. Because I feel like you were really enjoying the difficulty. And what if they come back and they change something else in later game and you know, it
Yeah,
impacts
I
you?
hope they don't. That Sister Splinter fight, I struggled with,
Mm-hmm.
but by the end of it, it's like I said, it's like a waltz with the boss. You are
Mm-hmm.
you're parrying, like, because when you hit the weapon of the boss you're fighting or the enemy, it'll slash the swords together. So it'll parry. Nobody will take damage, but you kind of just back off a bit. And the dance you have with this boss and the particular way that it attacks is so much fun. It's just so satisfying. And to hear that they nerfed that and that
Yeah.
people won't experience that same thing is kind of saddening. But like, okay, it's earlier game stuff. There's tons of difficult bosses in the game that by the time they get there, they will hopefully have a grasp
And then they're
on
going
the
to bitch
combat
and
in
want
the
to
game.
want to have those nerfed
I
because they haven't been there
truly
yet.
hope not.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think they really made it easier? Like,
I don't know because it doesn't
like 10%, 20%, 50%? Like,
Usually if they do that, it's enough to notice. Yeah. It's,
Maybe
in my
I'm
experience.
thinking they didn't. They may have either slightly reduced the health, which wouldn't even be because they don't really take that many hits. It's just they're hard to
It's the
hit.
timing of the hits. Yeah.
Now I think they either removed a move or
Hmm.
the one enemy he spawns ads, and maybe they took away a couple ads, like a couple bugs that fly around him. Who knows? Maybe I'll go back and see if how much of a difference there is.
Yeah. That's dumb. You have to
But,
give people an option then.
There's some good criticism out there, but overall the game is being received very well. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it.
I
got
had heard
about
they've
20
been
hours in.
compromised, the developers. Normally they wouldn't
Yeah.
have, in the past they wouldn't have changed, but maybe
No, they
now
wouldn't
with
have.
the mainstream, they're a little more forgiving. Like, well, it's really big, so we should.
Yeah, I'm excited to finish it though. I'm not even done Act 1.
All right, John, can you play your chorus yet?
Let's hear it.
I don't want to play this game. I don't want
But
to
look at that, you ended up
be
kinda
a
liking it.
bug. Ew. It's not my thing.
everyone.
But Silksong, I got you wrong. I said,
Oh.
Silksong, I got you wrong. I said, I think maybe the reviews might be kinda right.
So will you go back and play the first Hollow Knight, John?
Silksong, I got
Maybe
you
you
wrong.
should.
I said,
Silksong.
I got you wrong.
I was calling it Silk Dong because, you know, I do think it's a little overrated, but that's me. 'Cause
I do
don't-
too. I don't disagree with that.
That's
at
the
all.
thing though. It was such a niche community thing that they thought would be maintained and
Yeah.
like kept within a small community, and it just exploded in popularity.
And that's why they went and made changes to their game.
Yeah. Now, Michelle, there's
the
actually a
original
mod.
community.
There's a mod you might like. There's a multiplayer mod. You can play
that's
with friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? That's cool. Yeah, I would actually probably like this in co-op. I'm just not a jumper, especially as a mouse and keyboard player. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
I
there's
just
a lot
I don't
of
love platformers, and I
Well,
don't
in the
love
beginning, that whole beginning section when you would
Yeah.
spend like whatever 5, 7, 8, 9 minutes getting all the way to the top, and then you
Yeah.
just make a bad jump, and
Yeah,
you're right
you're
back at the
falling.
I
fucking
went back to
beginning.
Spawn,
I'm
yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like,
So there's a lot of Celeste level platforming in this, and in the
I
first
actually
game,
secretly like Celeste, but
I love Celeste. So there's in the first game, there's a path. They call it the Path of Pain.
Yeah.
And it is just strictly brutal platforming.
Right.
The pogoing and the dashing and wall grabbing, everything. Every ability that you get grouped into one long run, and it is, you can't die. There's no resting in between. You go from one end to the other, and then you fight a boss at the very end. And I believe there's something in this one as well that is very similar. But this game, there's a lot of that. There's so many times where I'm stuck just progressing through a section of the map because I'm sloppy, or like you said, you're impatient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my biggest issue.
That's my biggest issue,
Yeah.
period, with almost
It will
every
test your
game.
patience.
Like, it's just
will.
patience, right? Like,
Yep.
I just want,
But
I
you do
want
get better and better
it-
and can pull the moves off faster and faster.
No, you do.
So
You do. And that's
you
why,
gotta
like,
give yourself time.
I mean,
That's why
even
nerfing it
that
this early
bell,
is silly.
that stupid bell bug, right? Like,
Yeah.
initially I didn't know the pattern, obviously, like the first time, but then after like 3 times, I'm like, okay, obviously I know what's happening here. Just slow the fuck down, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta talk to
Another
yourself.
thing, if I had to give a tip for people that are struggling,
Yeah.
use the tools. They give you like that. They give you like a boomerang or like spikes or a flaming. You can put a flame on your needle. There's a bunch of tools that you acquire.
Yeah, we
that
didn't talk
wouldn't-
about the tools and the slots and all that.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a slot that can affect your health in some way or another, or your bead earnings. There's a slot that affects the way you protect yourself, and then there's a slot for like attacks and stuff like that. And then you have another, like a pure tool, which would be like the boomerang, the throwing knife, stuff like that. Now, those are what I'm talking about. Yes, you're gonna add those charms, the other ones, to like buff you, but the main tools are actual weapons. And I feel like people are not using those, and they are designed to do high damage in quick succession, and they use shards. So the shards are fueling your tools, and the beads are your currency. So you want to have shards on you at all times so you can use those tools. And I feel like if you use those, you will get through many more bosses than you think you can, especially early in the early game. And you're not just strictly using your needle.
Right. And certain ones might work better for certain bosses or things you're doing, and people have to be willing to kind of fool around. So I don't know. Overall, not as explosive as I thought this would be, because John was trying to give me the impression that he hated it. I think he was trying to do some bag of tricks, I think.
I wasn't, okay. No, that's not true.
Okay.
I liked it a lot more when I played it a lot more.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a slow start.
Well,
that's exactly how I felt with the first game.
But once I fully understood how the layout, and the thing is, I didn't really know it was truly a Metroidvania going in. I didn't, okay? And once I realized the layout of this game, like how it was working and stuff, and, I'm lowering an elevator, I'm like, oh, okay, so now that's a shortcut next time when I leave
Old
town.
school says losing beads when you die is annoying. I mean, to me, I think of it Sonic with the rings. I kept thinking of my youth.
But you can make the rosaries
at
the...
That's new. That's a nice
at the
touch.
town so you don't lose them, right?
Yeah.
I've been doing that because I was losing piles of beads. But again, I am the demographic. These types of games are advertised for me. They are created for me. I love these indie platformers, these Metroidvanias, the top-down like Enter the Gungeon style games. I will always try them, and I will obviously if it's good, I will enjoy it. This one, I'm obviously biased here.
Yeah, and I knew this wasn't going to be for me going in, but I still had fun, and I see why people like it. But I do think it's priced right, too. So I think that it would have hurt them, like you said, if they had just made it higher for the fuck of it. They obviously had success on Kickstarter. They had a lot of money and funding to do what they wanted, and they wanted to be fair. So, overall.
Another cool thing, one last thing, is the Kickstarter was actually really neat. So in the first one, they implemented at the higher tier of Kickstarter, people were designing bosses and level design and certain things that they'd bring it all in the game. In this one, they did the same thing. So there's a lot of references to outside material, Kickstarter names, and people implemented boss designs and enemy designs in the game. And the creator of Stardew Valley is actually he does voice lines for one of the enemies, I believe, which is kind of cool.
He does some of the moaning, the bug groaning, and the breathing.
Yeah, the bug moan. So if you ever want to hear Concerned Ape groan, he's in there groaning.
There's a lot of groaning. Oh, so Jedi says Silksong Game of the Year. I mean, I think it's going to be,
You know what?
Claire Obscure. But
it's definitely very good, and it's definitely going to get nominated. And because of the amount of people that are playing it and supporting it, it's going to get not like people are going to vote for it.
No, it's
I
gonna
still-
it's gonna be a topic for sure.
It's gonna be
a topic
I
because
think
people
indie
get
game of the
upset
year,
when
sure.
3 people make something better than 10,000, and that's.
But now you got
and
2
so-
games like that, Michelle.
Yeah.
You got Expedition
Yes.
33 where 30 people made it.
Yeah.
But
And this game
Claire
where 3
Obscura,
people made
but
it.
Michelle, actually the opposite could happen though, especially with Claire Obscura, right? Where the big publishers lean on Jeff Keighley or whatever to say you can't.
They don't care. They've lost power.
They don't
We
care.
don't
Yeah.
need them
Yeah.
anymore because you can self-publish and you can
Right.
distribute yourself. It's a global market.
Hideo
you know.
goes to Jeff and says, "I will not give you the
Too
game
bad.
trailer."
Jeff, during all the Game
You will
Awards and
not
stuff,
get
he's
game
like
trailer.
the biggest. Look, he's talked about this. He
He's a
said
gamer.
like, yeah,
game
I mean, he
trailer.
said, look, this is the way things are going right now. What was the game on Steam that sold like billions of copies?
Schedule 1.
Yeah, no, yeah, that one, and then another one just recently. Repo, yeah, you know, like another thing. 5 people just made it, like so.
Yeah.
It's changing, and I think so, but yeah, I do think though all the criticism against this is also unfair. I thought it was overhyped in a way, but
There's
I also
some
think it's
good
being
stuff.
shit on in a way.
But yeah, there's
So.
too many people. Like, this game's too hard. But for Game of the Year topic, I think
Yeah.
Silksong wins Indie Game of the Year for sure. And
But Claire Obscura is an indie game.
Oh yeah, it is.
Just
So-
doesn't-
I'm voting.
it just
And they
I'm
doesn't
kinda-
voting
look like-
Expedition 33. I
Yeah,
can't
and they
not.
kinda-
That game is
yeah.
magical. Like it's
Yeah.
just too good. This is a close second just for me personally.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
No, Ghost says, imagine what can come out of a 300-man team. Something potentially worse. Like I always bring
Yeah.
up
I
with
think that's
Diablo 4 being
sarcasm. It
worse
better
than
be.
Path of Exile.
No,
You know, I don't think
It's
he's being
definitely
sarcastic. I think he means, for all we know, if these 3 people at Team Cherry
The
had
worst
like 300
games
people join
come
their
out of
team,
big
it might
teams.
have been shit. Yeah,
It would. They wouldn't have
Like-
been able to focus on the detail that they were able to do together as 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
They each have their own specialty and they each go hard on that specialty. Whereas if you had 300 people, yeah, you can delegate a group of 10 to do
Right.
this side of the map or whatever, but you're never going to have the same consistency as these 3 have with each other.
Right.
I feel like it would definitely be a
And
completely
the key
different
is you
game if
said they
had
were
that
having
many
too much
people.
fun to want to stop. When you're like
Yeah.
creating something with somebody and you're having fun, like you're gonna make better stuff. You know, it's not a job to them.
Absolutely.
So it seems like it definitely. That's what I'm saying. You could feel like the love in the game. So like it or not, my type of game or not, I think it's worth checking out on Game Pass completely free or win a copy from loaded.com in our Discord at videogameoutsiders.com. We've got some keys to give away. And I think that's it. We should move on to
Yeah.
news.
All right.
Big news.
What's
All right,
going
what
on
do we
out
got?
there?
Well, people are upset today again with Nintendo.
no.
Some people because
What?
they filed a patent which covers anything where you summon a character to fight another. And people are saying in the
Out of
industry,
a ball?
no, just
Summon
the,
at
the
all?
397 patent poses a fundamental threat to creativity and innovation in the games industry. You know, this is what goes back to what CC said, though. They won't use this against Square Enix, right? Because Square Enix can come to them and say, well, you fucked us here with ours. They're going to use it against the Pal Worlds. They're going to use it against the Team Cherries, right? They're going to use it against people like that. So,
Dumb.
yeah, there's a whole thing
Think
here
about
with
how
this
many
patent.
things Nintendo has, or Pokemon, or whatever, Nintendo as a whole has taken inspiration from other games, and no one's ever gone after them. This is just hypocritical and crappy of them.
Yes.
to
Yeah, but
do
every game
for
with a
gaming as
warlock
whole.
can do this.
Yeah,
But once again, summoning for mounts, they never went after Activision Blizzard with it, with summoning mounts. So they had their,
Voidwalker, I mean,
yeah,
like.
but they won't go after them. They'll go after, you know, indie game devs that can't afford to fight with them back. And will
Well,
they
this
go
is a
after
tool- well, I mean,
Digimon?
listen,
Which, by the way, there's a demo for Digimon
they-
Story Time Stranger that's out tomorrow. I don't know if anybody cares
Yeah.
about that.
Oh.
People were hyped.
Did they ever go after Temtem? Do you remember that game Temtem?
No, because it
So
wasn't
that
that
was like a-
popular.
It's still I remember it being pretty popular, and Pokemon fans were really angry at Nintendo. At
But
the
it
time,
wasn't
and they all, like,
2.1 million concurrent on Steam Pal World
No, it
popular.
wasn't.
Right. And
No,
so
not that
they,
popular.
and I just feel like, you know,
Well, it's what it is. It's a tool to go after artwork, basically,
Yeah.
because they can't otherwise. Because Pal World, we all knew it looked like Pokemon. There was just no fucking doubt
they
about it.
couldn't
Visually,
get them on that. They had to
Even
get
as
them
a
on
huge
mounting
Pokemon
pets.
yes, they couldn't
Yeah.
go after them and say,
Right.
"Well, your eyes are and ears
Right.
on your character look like whatever ours."
Some of
you know?
those renders were
Yeah.
near identical.
Yes.
Overlaps with Pokemon, like to a T.
I mean, when we started talking about it, it was
Right,
just
but this isn't
Pokemon with
relevant
guns,
to what we're
Pokemon
saying.
with guns,
they're,
Pokemon with guns.
they're going after them with patents for summoning now, this new thing. Will they use it? They won't use it on Activision Blizzard with summoning a warlock. No,
Sure, but
because
again,
they
it's a
would challenge
tool
it and
to
they
nuke-
would.
artwork and visuals.
Right. So, the threat of like, will these small teams be able to do this stuff anymore? Will Jeff Keighley destroy them? Or whatever you said, John? No, but Nintendo may with stuff like this if they want to push it.
Yeah.
This just shows
Controlling.
that they are scared of competition and they know the competition is coming. And
It is.
they've been making shit Pokemon. Like, I love Pokemon, but they've been making poor quality Pokemon games for the last 3, 4 years, 5 years. And they know that that's their reception on them. And they're scared. And this is them protecting their own asses because unless they change something on their end, they're going to have competition, which is going to force them to make a proper game and dump more money into it. Even though it's literally the best-selling IP of all time. Yep. They know what they're doing and they know they're taking advantage of the market. And I think that's really shitty of them.
Old School brings it up again because Palworld had an association with Sony and Nintendo and Sony hate each other. So it's very kind 100%. Of a specific kind of going back to that. But it is shitty overall for the games industry. And, once again, Nintendo at the helm there. So then I did mention quickly because tomorrow there's a demo out on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam for Digimon Story Time Stranger. And so they just announced that it's out 10th and 11th, or no, just out tomorrow, the 10th and 11th or whatever. I don't know if I'll try that, but some people were hyped about it, and maybe Nintendo will sue them for something. Who knows? John, you wanted to talk about this.
It looks way more adult.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Well, I mean, like my kids had this shit like a long ass time ago, and it didn't look like this.
Yeah, it looks more anime-ish now, right?
Yeah, like Digimon from like early 2000s was not like that.
Almost says this is rude, but I'd be embarrassed to like Pokemon. It's not rude. It's pretty accurate. But you know what? I like a lot of silly things. I played Hello Kitty Adventure Island, okay?
Look at Digimon in the 2000s.
Homeless,
Michelle,
you're a different era than me. I grew up with this like from the day I was able to touch a video game and watch television.
And he
so
likes
it's a little
Steve
bit different
from Blue's Clues too.
Yeah. I wasn't a Blue's Clues guy.
He's
It
only
wasn't
a
my
few years
era.
older than you. But there was definitely a generational shift. Like I noticed it in college when the freshmen came in. Those kids were into a lot of different things than we were. They sort of seemed a little, I won't insult them, but
it's the stupidest popular thing.
It started to get a little weird. We were all calling them weirdos, like the freshmen when we were seniors, you know?
Michelle.
Yes.
This seems like a domain that we bought.
What?
My boy has a creepy corndog.com. Was that one of ours?
No, we do have 3D dick prints.
How about, we don't have that one?
No.
My boy has a creepy corndog.com.
That's weird.
What?
What is that?
It's the GTA websites that supposedly fans.
all their
that's
sites
right.
that they're buying.
Yeah,
Oh,
GTA
that's so
6
funny.
fan unearths what maybe in-game websites sparking. Well, maybe we could sell 3D dick prints to GTA.
I know. This is what I'm
If you're
getting at.
listening- if you're listening,
listen,
we have
I got
3D dick
Stadia
prints.
podcast. Do you have
No,
that?
they don't want that.
That's. Are you sure?
No, they don't
Stadia
want that.
podcast is worth a fortune right now.
Nobody wants that. People, they should pay. You have to pay them to take it. Nobody wants that.
No, I have COD podcast. I think.
Nobody wants that.
What?
They have their podcast though.
How about hookersgalore.com?
That's a good one. Yeah,
Was
we've
that
all
one
been
of
there.
ours? What?
No, we had whore galore. It rhymed better. I liked the. Yeah, and I also love alliteration. So maybe we should talk to them about some of ours, though.
Wipe out corn skin. What does
What's
that
the
mean?
corn obsession going on?
I don't know. So I apparently they put a bunch of websites up and people somehow found them. They're now all inactive. You can't. Nothing happens when you go to these
that's
sites.
too
I
bad.
did check. My boy has a creepy corn dog.
I don't get that
.com.
one. Creepy corn
What?
dog. That's weird.
Well, maybe his dick's a little bent or
Yeah,
something.
but my
I don't
boy,
know.
it sounds like you're talking about your child. If you're calling your husband or your boyfriend your
Oh, I
boy,
guess-
it's kind of like
I don't-
emasculating. Come
Yeah,
here, little
maybe.
boy. Let me see your corn dog. Like that's not. I don't know what that is. That's weird, and I don't like it. I don't want to know what's going on over there. Other news.
Now listen.
What?
I want to talk about this though because
Oh.
apparently, and I don't know if this is really true or rumor, but this was everywhere the past week here.
Yeah.
So the Call of Duty movie that Paramount like signed a deal with Activision. Okay. Now, if you know anything about Call of Duty, starting with Medal of Honor and the first game, they were basically emulating Saving Private Ryan. Okay, 1,000%, 1 million fucking percent. Okay, especially with the Normandy Beach and all that shit. So Steven Spielberg, who
Yeah, this is so ridiculous.
I have to say, one of my favorite directors of all time. I mean, I grew up with his shit, and
He's
I
made some of the best war stuff. Was like
yeah, I'd
in the
say so,
wheelhouse.
including Saving Private Ryan,
Right.
which kind of started Call of Duty. Apparently, he wanted to make this movie.
Right.
Like he
Which would
threw
be
his
like
hat in
your,
the
your
ring.
wet dream of who would make the Call of Duty movie, right? For people
right.
then,
And
right?
you want to know what they said?
Yeah.
They said no. We want it in our likeness and want full creative control over it.
No.
Well,
And you said that to fucking
I'm
Steven
going to tell
Spielberg?
you what. I'm not making apology. I'm not making excuses for them. But I know that Steven, and I've seen this as recently in the new Jaws documentary, is that he said after he made Jaws and it was a massive success, created the summer blockbuster. From that moment forward, he always had final cut. The end. Right?
He deserves
And
it.
they won't give it to him.
Right. And
he deserves it.
And Activision said, yeah, no.
Well, Activision
Which
Blizzard
is so
made a
dumb.
horrible Warcraft movie. Do you want that to happen again? You gave it to David Bowie's kid. I know I liked Moon. That was a good movie. But I
Yeah.
think you'd be in safe hands with the guy who did the movie that inspired Call of Duty, Saving
If
Private
you
Ryan,
gave
right?
Spielberg that, he would deep dive into the lore and
Yes.
whatever story they're trying to tell,
Right.
and he would come up with a story that would blow your mind. And I don't know why they wouldn't want that.
But who are they
It would
getting?
be
Are they going to give it to
extremely
some random
successful.
woman? Is that what it is?
It's going to be terrible. If,
Who are they giving it to
I
to
can't
beat
say that, but
Spielberg?
Well, okay, so they compared it to
He
Paramount.
probably wanted too much money.
Well,
too.
Paramount said that basically they're going to give
Yeah.
it the same level of attention as they did the last Top Gun, which was a massive fucking success and saved Hollywood. Okay,
Sure.
post
So maybe
COVID.
there's other big directors in the mix who are a little more lenient, but
Well, who did direct Top Gun? Tony Scott. Is that the first one though? What was the first one called? Maverick. The last one, I mean.
yeah.
Last one was Maverick, yeah.
So
Oh, not
Joseph
Michael Bay.
Kaczynski.
No, Michael Bay, please no.
I actually was about to say that before.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So Joseph Kaczynski directed the last Top Gun. He also did Oblivion, Tron Legacy. Hey, he did F1. Is that any good, by the way?
I watched it. It
I
was
didn't
okay.
watch it. I heard really
Yeah.
good things about
He
it.
did
was okay.
Twisters, Only the Brave.
Twisters sucked.
Is it boom? How
Twisters
was it like
was
the
kinda
Warcraft
okay.
movie? They were wearing towels, and the casting was horrible. They couldn't act.
The
They were
problem
wearing
with the
towels as
World
a
of
cloak.
Warcraft movie, Michelle, is the time frame they chose. Like
No,
the
it was
window
just
of
done
time.
terribly. But yeah, how do you not do the culling in Arthas? It was so terrible. It was just the worst acting I've ever seen in a movie. It was a
Yeah.
fucking disgrace. So who knows what's going to happen with the COD movie? But yeah, maybe we don't know what's really happening. There'll be a big director just like Steven, but it was a funny story going around. And then speaking of movie stuff, Amazon MGM Studios has greenlit Life is Strange based on the critically acclaimed best-selling video game straight to series from creator showrunner Charlie Covell. I don't know what he's done. So Square Enix will produce Life is Strange.
That
Is
sounds
that in
very familiar. The name.
which name? Charlie Covell? Covell? I don't know. Look him up. But or her if it's a girl, Charlie. But I don't have a lot of faith in Amazon. They've oh hi Thunderdome. He says I just popped in. First time catching live. What's up? We're
is
just
a
going
girl.
through news. Is a girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
boy.
the name I'm thinking of.
Sorry, but you know. Tell me one good movie a woman has directed when she wasn't fucking a male director or it was her dad. Because I'll wait. Because I was going to say Lost in Translation, but Sofia Coppola, of course, we know who her father was. But you show me one successful popular movie that a woman has directed where she
The
wasn't fucking or
Substance.
dating the
That's
director.
actually new.
Um,
Coralie Fairgate.
No, that one was like dating a guy or something. I looked into all this, but the Substance.
Penny Marshall.
Hey, lady.
Penny
Marshall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
Apparently
she
American
did
Psycho.
She
Big.
was married to Rob Reiner, and who was also a director. So I said where she's not fucking some guy who's
I
been
don't.
a director.
No, Penny
Okay,
Marshall
you're right,
wasn't
you're right.
married to
Yeah,
Rob
no, I
Reiner.
said very clearly she wasn't fucking a guy who's a director or it's her dad.
Oh, she was married to Rob
because
Reiner?
you know she's getting a little, yes. Anyway,
That's right, because she was on Laverne and Shirley, which was created by Rob Reiner's father's friend. I don't know. So, yes, there's nepotism there.
Back to the Nintendo a little bit. Apparently,
The mod site.
Sega.
Greta Berg,
Sega-
for the woman from Barbie Tiger is with Noah Baumbach or whatever. Okay. He's a filmmaker. I said who's not fucking a dude who's a filmmaker or director, or it's not her father. So once again, keep trying. Okay. There's a link here. When there's a female director, she's fucking a male director. Like, let's just be real. So who is this Call of Duty Charlie fucking? I don't know. But let's hope she's good. Let's
Call
hope
of
she
Duty
did.
Charlie. What?
Well, the girl, or sorry, the Life is Strange lady or whatever.
Oh.
So yeah, she's also with the director. It's a bum. People always bring up that one too. She's
Hurt
fucking
Locker is
a male
good.
director.
I like that.
Yeah. Which, late nights with him. Hey, give me a little help.
Hey, put this in your movie.
Why'd I get this shit? Give you a little whatever.
All right, Ryan. Did you have news or something you were going to talk about? Or
It was something small. It wasn't anything crazy. It was Sega was accused of paying to find Switch 2 dev kits, like left behind dev kits. I just lost the article because I figured it wasn't worth talking about. So we'll move on. We'll move on.
What else, John?
Yeah.
The Xbox game thing. Do we want to talk about this? Because a lot of people were like, what is this? Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta coming soon to select vehicles in a partnership with LG.
Oh, the vehicles.
The ad says, this is an Xbox that goes vroom.
Now, I have to tell you something that happened regarding this Xbox Game Pass streaming with me. Because I wanted to play like Silksong outside.
Yes.
This is pretty cool.
And do you know they took it out of the Android app? You have to use a web browser now to do the cloud gaming?
What?
Yes.
Why cloud? I'm not just put Windows on your Steam Deck.
No, I was trying to do it on my phone. I just wanted to try it.
Okay.
So like a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was, when I tried the cloud gaming on my phone, I was doing it through the Xbox app, right? I remember doing the show. I did Gears of War, just screwing around with it. And so I wanted to do it over the weekend with Silksong on my phone just for the fuck of it. I was going to, Bluetooth the phone to it. I mean, the controller. And I'm like, where's the option in the Xbox app to do this? They took it out.
I wonder if it's similar to like the whole Fortnite thing where they're getting cuts of any purchases made through that app. They have to give it to the Android,
Right. They don't want to give up
Play
a
Store or whatever.
percentage.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they have just their own site you download it from and backdoor it or whatever.
Well, you have to do it in a web browser on the Android phone. I don't know how iPhone works, but that's how Android is. I couldn't believe it because I'm like, I know I did this before, and it sucked.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee you that's why it's a money thing. I bet.
But it's not good. I mean, if they're putting it in cars, why
So
is it? What?
So on that, when you're thinking gaming in a car, you're thinking in the center console on the front seat, right? It's actually pertaining to the back seat, I guess, behind the headrest. That's actually that's pretty cool.
No, that's cool.
If you ask me.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's built in or whatever.
But I know Tesla's like Elon showed gaming before and stuff on the front screen.
I don't know. On my first road trip as a little kid, we had like a TV in the back, like a little, like a little handheld TV antenna. I think we all had that, right? That
Sony
brown
Walkman,
one. Yeah,
Watchman.
we had screens and stuff. And if you fly JetBlue, you get that little screen built in back in the day. And who doesn't want a screen with options? So good for Xbox, but the marketing was kind of, for kids for long trips, like old school is saying.
Sure.
I think we'll get more Xbox gamers. I don't know.
That's it. If it has more than just an Xbox on it, like if you can download Netflix or whatever, then okay.
Right.
But you're gonna need an internet connection. Then what's gonna come with Starlink or some sort of satellite internet to travel with the vehicle?
Well, they're pushing the cloud thing, right?
Big subscription.
They want to eventually get to where they're offering this Xbox Cloud Gaming everywhere and everything.
Everywhere.
And so, I guess it's just kind of the beginning. All right, any other news?
And supposedly they improved the latency, and there's some big update coming out to rival NVIDIA GeForce Now.
Yeah, because everybody says NVIDIA's is the best.
My experience with the Xbox Cloud Gaming on my phone has not been amazing. It was very spotty and hit or miss. Like it's great for like 30 seconds and then it's bad for 10. Like you just can't do that,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on the game too, but it is frustrating.
But I've done like the show, and I know Gears of War I tried, and it was never great. Like it needs to be able to work on 5G or 4G. Then it's great if it can really pull that off.
Right. It's going to be
Don,
also a victim to your setup.
What's that?
I was just going to ask if you've seen any of the new Call of Duty news for Black Ops 7. They're starting to drop all the teasers for the multiplayer maps.
Yeah, I know. And people are saying
and zombies
that it's going to be hot. And zombies, there's some like secret, oh my God, thing they're going to drop about it. Like you're not prepared for what zombies is going to do.
They do that every year with zombies. And I'm telling you this from experience. They do it every year. But with the multiplayer, I feel like Battlefield is actually getting under their skin.
I think it is too.
Some Battlefield single player stuff just came out too.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
that.
It's a single
But let's talk
player
about Call of
campaign.
Duty because this is more important.
No, it's not.
so
You're not a
there's-
COD guy anymore. You're a Gray Zone guy, and you never played
Yeah,
the game
Gray
yet.
Zone
But
got weird.
I saw people saying that this game actually might be like Modern Warfare more than Black Ops. I don't know why. If that could
I don't know why
possibly
either.
be
I don't
true.
know how
Like
it
this
could
is
be true,
like this
but-
is going to be Modern Warfare 3. I know there's no doors, so right away it can't be that.
What I'm interested in, John, is the map design. They're
Yes,
going back.
3
People have
lanes.
been begging for years to go back to 3-lane maps. They've come up with all these 5-lane crisscrossy crazy
Yeah, yeah.
maps. Now they're coming out 3-lane maps again. They teased one. It looks really cool, kind of colorful, little pop to it. I don't know if they start listening to the community and giving everybody what they want. It might still, like, obviously it's going to sell well. It's Call of Duty, but
Yeah.
maybe people will find this
Stick
as
with
a
it.
loved one again because they've
Well-
been hating them
Hi, Tim.
or
Thank
vocally
you.
hating all the last Call of Duty.
Well,
so I don't
they're
know.
also talking a lot about bringing back old maps, and
They do that every year. Though.
I know they always do. But the one that has me the most excited is Hijacked. I fucking love the living.
Literally,
What?
that's the funny thing is they literally brought that back in Black Ops or Cold War. Was it Cold War or the one after
yeah,
that?
not Cold War. Not
Was it Black Ops 6? No, it was Cold War or whatever came after
not
Cold War. I don't know.
I don't think that was in Cold War.
I'm pretty sure Hijacked was in it. Raid was in it. They're all
Raid was.
all
I don't think-
that same collection of maps is coming to Black Ops 7. We just got them.
It was in Cold War. But you know what? I the reason we probably never played it because it wasn't in a fucking playlist and they bury it and fucking you got to play a bunch of shit to
Yeah.
get to it. So like on Cold War, we were still playing Nuketown like motherfuckers, you know.
And you're gonna play it again on Black Ops
Of
7?
course I am. But the thing about
Because it
Call
has
of
a
Duty.
house they can camp in, Ryan. It's got one
Yeah,
room, one
exactly.
window that they can mine.
And listen,
on.
doors.
Michelle,
There's a
everyone
door.
considers Nuketown the best Call of Duty map, so don't even. It's
Sure.
not even debatable.
Okay, well, you know what?
So-
you guys
It's
do,
fun-
do
It's a fucking esport map for
The
God's
best
sake.
part
Of
about
course.
Nuketown is when they drop it on a new game, you're familiar, so you just go and you know what to do.
Yeah.
You can level your guns.
And the
play
Christmas
same
kids
as you
don't.
always have.
Yeah.
And then you learn the new maps as you
the Christmas
kind of
kids are
progress
still
in the
going to kick
game.
your ass.
I know, but
All right,
here's
well,
the thing, though.
we're gonna get out of
They really need a proper browser.
You said that last time you were crying. Why don't you
Well,
take it up with
that
them?
was for
happen.
Battlefield, but Call of Duty has the same problem.
They won't do it.
They come out with a map and then it just gets buried,
That's
and you
weird
can
because
never play
Siege
it
and
again.
Overwatch have like playlists of like the latest one and things you can do. And
Well, they'll do that for like 2 weeks, Michelle,
Yeah.
and then the next thing you know, it's shoot house in Nuketown.
well, there's too
and-
much
and,
though. Then you're just
It is.
dividing up
Yeah.
the community too
It'll
much.
be
and they don't have
diluted.
queue
Everything-
times. Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be
it's too
diluted. The queue times will
fragmented.
be long.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that's why
It's
they do
fine.
They know the
It was
metrics.
fragmented back in the day, and I joined a server with 20
No
people,
one
and I was
wants to
happy
sit
as
there
pie.
anymore for 30 minutes. You know, like people are impatient now, and they'll move
Yeah,
to the
but
next
back
game.
in the day, like going back to
in the day, we had
Battlefield.
3 options.
Back in my day.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, like, if I wanted to play Shanghai or whatever, I would join a server that was 30 of 60, populated. Fine. And then within 20 minutes, it's full, right? What's wrong
Yeah.
with that?
Oops, I meant to say seemed great. Yeah, the Halo update. Thunderdome says I've been playing nothing but Helldivers since the Xbox release, and it has him hooked. I mean, one day try that
Yeah.
Helldivers, Ryan. I think you might like it because I thought it was pretty
Yeah,
cool. So
Been meaning to.
yeah, you just
Everybody
whenever-
tells me I would love it.
Yeah, like if your friends pick it up or something, it was definitely pretty cool. So it's nice to see it doing well on Xbox because that was last week when people saying, "Oh, nobody buys games on Xbox, but it's sold more on Xbox than PlayStation apparently, even with Game Pass." Or it's not on Game Pass, never mind. So yeah, it actually sold better on Xbox than PlayStation. So people are loving it with that Halo update. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. Thank you to everybody who caught us live on X Video Podcast and on twitch.tv/John and Michelle. We'll be back next week with a Borderlands roundtable. This week though, you can win Hollow Knight Silksong in our Discord from loaded.com. And if you want to support us, get weekly bonus shows, the 20-year back catalog, and ad-free VGO, head to Video Game Outsiders, hit that red button, and cancel at Libsyn, and support on Supercast.
All right, guys, listen, thanks for subbing, listening, all that shit. Like Michelle said, go to videogameoutsiders.com and become a premium member.
That's right.
Join Club VGO and get
We
all
got
the
a show
bonus
that'll
shit
go
we
up
do.
tomorrow.
That's right. There'll be a micro or something up tomorrow.
Yep.
Pretty much every Monday and Wednesday, there's bonus shit and then stuff in between. So go check it out. Videogameoutsiders.com. All right, we'll see you very soon. Later.
Out.
Good night.
Out.
I don't want to play this game. I don't want to be a bug. Ew. It's not my thing. But Silksong, I got you wrong. I said Silksong, I got you wrong. I said I think maybe the reviews might be kinda right, kinda. got you wrong. I said, Silksong, I might have got you wrong.